在2.1版本啊，开拓者可以通过周年庆专属的庆典助力活动，以签到的方式获取20连抽，并且啊，在4月26日当天啊，我们还会通过邮件为开拓者寄出1600星球，共同庆祝星穹列车驶航1周年。希望这份欢乐能与每一位开拓者共享。
Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail video. Alright, if you guys are not aware, the first anniversary of Honkai Star Rail is coming really soon. Now, as you guys have seen earlier in the video, they will be giving out a total of 30 free pulls. Alright, you get 20 pulls from the special pass and then you get 10 more in terms of forms of Stellar Jets, and this will be given to you on April 26th. Now, with all of that, you're also going to get 300% Planner feature and 300% Realm of the Strange. So this means that you will be able to get 3x relics by farming, right? So I'm not sure how that will work. Most likely there's going to be like a limited amount of times that you can farm per day. Alright, there's no way they're going to give you a chance to refresh and then farm unlimited, right? So I doubt that's going to happen. So with that being said, this is going to be a pretty good rewards overall. There's no 5-star selector, no free 5-star, alright, outside of Dr. Ratio that was given out recently. So that's going to be the one that you want to try to get if you guys are looking to start Honkai Star Rail. So that's going to be something to consider. Now let's talk about the characters. In version 2.1, what is happening right here? Now the first character is going to be Acheron. I'm sure you guys have heard of this by now. I do think that she has a very good design of a character overall. Like, she is going to be a Nihility lightning type, alright? So as you can see, very interesting style of combat. She is very reliant on accumulating these charges, as you can see right there. Alright, once you get I believe 9 charges, then she can unleash her special ultimate. Now you can basically stack this charge by pairing her with Nihility characters. The reason is because anytime you inflict debuff on the enemy, you get 1 charge. Alright, so if you're looking to pair Acheron, you gotta pair her with characters that can apply debuffs. Alright, that's going to be Bella, one of the best one. Silverwolf also going to be very good. And maybe DOT characters as well. I'm not sure if that's going to be the best synergy because Acheron herself doesn't really do DOT, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Now also, one more thing to consider. Once the ultimate is activated, man, this is going to be one of the best looking ultimate ever. She does so much damage and she can do 3 hits. And yes, Acheron is going to be happening in the first half of version 2.1. So she also have this very unique concept where her ultimate has nothing to do with energy. Alright, so as you can see, the ultimate doesn't require energy. So she has a very unique concept of a character. Perhaps might be one of the best, most broken character based upon this mechanic alone, which I do find this extremely fascinating, right? So how to get the ultimate, like I said, is all about charging up by applying debuffs to the enemy. So yeah, she doesn't have any energy gauge at all. I'm really looking forward to her personally. Now, what makes her even more cooler is this particular technique right here. Look at this. She can instantly use her technique to kill enemies on the map. Alright, so that's going to make it very good quality of life. You can basically slice your way through in Simulated Universe. I don't think it's going to work in Memory of Chaos though. But in Simulated Universe, you can just use a technique to basically kill the enemy instantly. Instant kill, you don't have to engage in combat. So that alone might be worth pulling for. So I definitely do think that that's going to be something that perhaps put her on top in comparison to a lot of other characters. Now let's talk about the other character, which is Aventurine. Alright, this guy is going to be a little bit different. Now he is going to be a Preservation Imaginary type. As you can see, he applies shield. Alright, and he can also do follow-up attack, which is kind of interesting, right? So that's the ultimate animation. It applies this damage to a single enemy and can also inflict debuff. Alright, so kind of cool. I guess you could sort of combo in a way with Acheron if you have both. But you know, I personally will be pulling for Acheron. He does have defense boost, as you can see, for the technique that he can use. So his skill can basically is a stackable skill that can apply shield. So I don't know how this works. That means you can apply multiple layers of shield. This is going to be a very unique concept. Personally, I do think that if you already have Japart or if you already have Fushan, you probably don't need Aventurine as much, but that's just my opinion for now. Obviously, you gotta have a look at how his kit works in its fullest when he comes out. There's also going to be a boss version of him as well in version 2.1, as you can see. Very cool design overall. Now Aventurine will be appearing in the second half of version 2.1, and he has this blackjack concept where you gotta hit the dice, it looks like, and if you have an AoE, it does look like you are able to hit more dice, because he can sometimes summon up to 3 or even 4 dices, and if you are trying to hit all of them at the same time, you obviously need to be able to have an attack that, you know, is an AoE based. So I'm not going to spoil that too much. That's something that we'll try to discover later on in version 2.1. But for now, let's talk about the 4-star Gallagher. Now this dude is pretty interesting. He's a healer, fire type abundance character, but he can also do damage. Look at this. This is probably one of the coolest skill I've ever seen. It's like Wolverine slicing up the enemy. Alright, that's actually cool. That's on his ultimate, but his skill can basically heal allies. So that's going to be a very unique one. I'm not sure if he will be able to power creep any of the other healers that we currently have, right? Because most players will be able to obtain Natasha and Lynx for free. Now before I proceed further, just a gentle reminder about the coupon codes. I'll try to pin it in the comment section below and also in the description. Make sure you guys use that, because this usually expires in approximately 24 hours, depending on when you watch this video. If you watch this video too late, you might not be able to get the code. So make sure you guys use it fast. That's my advice. Now let's discuss a little bit more about the banners then, because this is going to be something that's very interesting, right? First half, we have, as you can see, Acheron is happening in the first half, right? Alongside with Gallagher, Bella, and Danheng. I think Bella is a very good pair with Acheron, because like we've mentioned earlier, she needs debuffs to be able to, every single debuff basically stacks her flower bar, right? Once you get like, I think 9, you will be able to unleash your ultimate. So pairing Acheron with Nihility characters makes a lot of sense. And of course, Bella is going to be one of the best free-to-play Nihility characters if you don't have Silver Wolf, right? Obviously, I'm not sure if you want to put both or not. That's going to be something that we'll have to test out once she comes out. And I do think that, you know, this is a very good banner overall for a lot of new players to consider pulling. You also got Gallagher here, which is a healer, and you also have one more Danheng, which is everybody gets him for free. So now you have more copies per se. Now, the rerun is going to be for Luocha. As you can see, same 4 stars along the way. Alright, you get Luocha rerun and also Luocha's light cone, right? Now, the truth is, Luocha is probably kind of power crept by a few other healers already, right? I think Luocha is still relatively strong, but the truth is he like someone that you probably need to have or must have, right? Compared to last time when he first came out, he's pretty much a must have. But nowadays, there's definitely more options depending on who you have. If you have Ho-Ho, if you have Fushan, even Aventurine might be able to basically protect your team permanently. So the need for Luocha has sort of diminished. He's still going to be one of the better healers out there. He's very unique. I like his scaling for where he scales off attack compared to most other healers which scales off HP percent, right? So that's going to be something that's like his unique redeeming factor for the time being. But still, next to Acheron, I feel like Acheron is something that most players should go for, personally. For the second half, we're going to have Aventurine, as you can see. Now, Aventurine's banner, we're going to have, of course, Lynx, we have Luca and Serral. I think Aventurine's banner, for the 4 stars at least, it doesn't look that impressive overall. I personally prefer the 4 stars on the first half. But yeah, depends on whether you're a new player or veteran players, depending on which characters you have and you don't have. But Aventurine is going to be defender, alright, preservation type. And if you're looking for a defender, a shielder, someone that can protect your team overall, now if you're lacking in like Japat or Fushan, then this guy might be able to fill that role to protect your team from dying. If you are struggling with survivability, depending on which stage of the game you are at, so if you are somewhere trying to tackle Memory of Chaos, floor 11 and 12, that could be like survivability could be a big issue for you if you're slightly new. So that could be where he comes in. But there's a big problem, because alongside with Aventurine in the second half, the rerun character is going to be none other than Jingliu, which I strongly think she's going to be extremely worth it. Now, as someone that's been using Jingliu constantly, every single time in Memory of Chaos, maybe except for the current season, she is really strong. Even if you look at the tier list from Pridwen, Jingliu is literally the strongest damage dealer right now. but it really depends, right? She is very, very strong. If you have Bronya, I do think that Jingliu pairs really, really well together with her, right? So that's something to consider as well. So for new players, if you can get Bronya, then Jingliu is definitely going to be I would say they work very well. Synergy is there definitely. And I do think that she's relatively free to play friendly as well, because for me, I'm not even using her Litecoin. I'm thinking of getting her Litecoin, but so far I've been using her with this free to play Litecoin that everybody can access. Let me show you guys my build. So this particular one, right? So this is on the fall of an Aeon. So I've been running this. This is my Jingliu. Currently I have 212% crit damage. I really think she's really strong. She has a lot of potential. And of course, if you are new to the game and you're looking for a damage dealer, Jingliu or Acheron, that's something that you have to decide based upon the elements, right? Do you need an ice type, or do you need, in this case, a lightning type? Acheron is going to be a little bit different. Apparently, she doesn't rely on elements as much compared to Jingliu. So they're also going to introduce a new, Litecoin, Preservation Litecoin, Concert for 2, a new 4-star Litecoin, but they didn't really mention in the live stream what this Litecoin is going to do. So that's something that we'll have to wait later on. Now, there's plenty of events coming in version 2.1, but one of the event is literally going to give you a 4-star selector. And this is not just any other 4-star selector. You can pretty much choose all of the new 4 stars as well. You can see right here we have Gallagher, the 4-star character that's coming in version 2.1, Misha, the new 4-star character in version 2.0, Swayi, which was the last version 4-star, and then we have Hanya, we have Guitarrock, we have Luca, we have Lynx, we have Yukong. Now these are all very, very good characters. They are all 4 stars, so you can go with whoever that you don't have, right? I don't think you'll go wrong with either one. But regardless, if you're looking for a good buffer, maybe Hanya could be considered. If you're looking for a damage dealer, Swayi is not bad. If you're trying to pair with your Kafka and you don't have Black Swan, consider Guitarrock or even Luca at that. So these are all very, very good rewards, especially for new players. Alright, if you are new, you're looking to play Honkai Star Rail, I don't think there's a better time to start than now. I do think that, all of these things coming is going to be very, very important. However, I want to remind you guys again that in version 2.2, they have already teased the upcoming character, and that's going to be none other than Boothill and Robin. Now, Robin is going to be a, as you can see right here, a Harmony physical character. Alright, very, very interesting. She's going to be a buffer. Alright, she will be able to buff similar to Ranmei, similar to Bronya, similar to Sparkle. I wonder what new things can she bring to the table. And alongside with that, probably in the second half, we're going to have this character called Boothill, which is going to be a physical Han character. This is going to be a damage dealer. So if you are more keen in any of these two characters, perhaps you want to save a little bit more later on for version 2.2. So that's something that you guys have to make the decision based upon. But yeah, I do think that if you're looking to play Honkai Star Rail, there's no better time than now. Honestly, I've been seeing the discussion around surrounding Honkai Star Rail saying that the game is kind of pay to win because there's a lot of power creep going on. Now, I can agree with that. Alright, power creep is happening every single version. It's definitely something that you see all the time. However, with the amount of rewards that they're giving out, it's still going to be the best time to start. If you are looking to play Honkai Star Rail, I feel like during the anniversary, 30 free pulls right here. If you're looking to reroll, maybe that could be your chance. But if you start right now, I believe you can still claim Dr. Ratio, which is a free 5-star character, and then come in later on for version 2.1, you will be able to get the free 4-star that I mentioned earlier, alright, from this particular selector right here in one of the event. So that's something that, we can all look forward to. But with that being said, a happy first anniversary to Honkai Star Rail. I'm looking forward to it as well. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Plenty of cool rewards coming soon. Stay tuned for, if I have time, I'll make more videos. Maybe Acheron, once she comes out, that's going to be in 9 more days. Really, really excited. Alright, so with that being said, have a nice day. Goodbye.